Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Razor, and I am a JRPG guy. Welcome back to Star Ocean: The Last Hope HD Remaster. Last episode, we set course for N2, and we did a lot of private actions. And we are finally here on N2. We're landing here now. There won't be any more private actions for a while.
There's a gravitational anomaly ahead! It looks like... Oh, no, this can't be right! At this strength, it's a black hole!
The current situation is everything, Mr. Phase. Allow me, then, to explain the phenomenon of black holes appearing in deep space, along with my own theories about them.
Sorry, Bacchus, but save the lecture for another time. We have to concentrate on getting out of here. Raimi!
Give me 30 seconds. I'm inputting the gravity changes for emergency warp.
Edge, look!
It's really black and smoky.
Is that the black hole? I've lost control of the Calnus! Raimi!
Too late! We won't make it!
Ah!
You guys see that? You got a good shot of Florida. That's where I'm from. That's where I live. Everything else had like clouds like covering it. But you can see Florida pretty clearly.
We survived. Is everyone okay?
Yes, I think.
That was fun. It was all zap, boom, Kay?
What are we going to do with you, Limmel?
We were definitely caught in the black hole. Did we escape from its event horizon, then? No, I'm afraid that would be impossible. Perhaps it just happened to be a black hole with an ergosphere? I suppose one might call it an escape through a type of wormhole. In any event, the fact that we escaped at all can only be called a miracle.
Impossible.
No, I'm certain my analysis is correct.
No way.
Miss Raimi, you doubt me as well?
This is...
Our homeworld? Is this Earth? Are we sure then?
Yes, the results are the same every time I check. The stellar coordinates are an almost perfect match. There's no question that this planet is Earth.
I see.
What's wrong? This is Edgy and Ray Ray's home, isn't it? But both of them don't look very happy about it.
I don't think it's so much unhappiness as it is bewilderment.
Indeed. Arriving at one's home planet under such strange circumstances would put anyone ill at ease.
That's not the whole problem.
There are subtle discrepancies between this Earth and ours.
This isn't the most flattering part of our planet's history, but a little before Raimi and I were born, the worst war in all of Earth's history occurred. The result was that the surface of the planet became terribly contaminated, and humans had no choice but to go deep underground. It's been the same situation ever since we were born. the polluted environment still hasn't improved. Of course, that was the very reason we looked to space.
But there are no traces of pollution on the surface of this planet. Well, it's not quite accurate to say none at all, but it's still an environment in which humans could live. It's almost like the war that nearly destroyed our planet never even happened.
Indeed. The fact that something you took for granted suddenly no longer applies is somewhat troubling.
And there's another thing. The organization we belong to, the USTA, I can't get through to headquarters.
Mysterious issues all. Something unexpected may have happened here in your absence.
What is it, Lim?
Everyone stop standing around and being all weird, Kay. Let's go out. I want to see Edgy and Ray Ray's home.
What? You see, Limel.
All right.
Edge?
The air outside seems breathable. I'm going out there to take a look. See if we can't find someone.
In that case, I shall join you.
And I as well. As a scientist, I am intrigued.
Me too.
Limmel, you stay and watch the ship with Raimi, okay? Raimi, take care of Limmel while we're out.
Gotcha. Hey! Don't do anything stupid, Edge.
Don't worry, I'll make certain of it.
Yes, you may count on me too.
Why are the two of you answering for me?
I guess I won't have to worry if Faze and Bacchus are with you.
Okay. So the females are waiting behind. Abandoned town. Right off the bat, we got 2 save points. So we got a motor oil place here, like a gas station, I guess. Okay, can we go back on the ship? Is there another scene we can get with Welch? We might have already got it. I know we got one in the last episode. I don't want to get scenes with Welch, but... Okay. We can't use that right now. Oh, okay, since Rami's not in the party, we don't know where the chests are at. So, okay, I'll guide you to the chest then. There's one to the west of the ship. We'll go get that one first. I was wondering why I wouldn't show in the chest, but it's because Limel's not in the party. Oh, we can't get over there to it. Seems to be locked. Okay, there's one to the north if we follow this path. Up right here. Silver amulet. There's one to the very north as well. So keep following the path here until the end of it. Okay, we got to discard some aqua berries. Okay, there's one to the south of where we're at right now. Next to the building. Alright, gotta discard 4 blueberries. Okay, then there's 2 more next to the houses, next to the buildings. I got some thornberries there. Now let's go to the other building. And there'll be one more chest to get. And then there's one to the southwest, but we can't get right now. Yeah, it's to the southwest of that, past that gate, but we can't get it right now. Okay, so when we go to the gas station, enter this building, we get a cutscene when we enter.
This place is deserted.
It sure is, and has been for some time, from the looks of things.
For now, let's split up and see what we can uncover. Report if you find anything. Huh? What? This can't be!
Judging from the color degradation caused by ultraviolet rays, I'd say it's been abandoned for about 3 years. I suppose that's not particularly important, but...
Well, don't jump to conclusions, FaZe. If nothing else, I just figured out when we are. The date on this magazine is too faded to read, but there was an article inside that caught my attention. 2 years after initial experiments, our country has at last perfected the ultimate doomsday weapon. The hydrogen bomb, is what it says. If I remember my history, the first practical hydrogen bomb on Earth was developed in 1954. So basically, if you're saying this magazine is 3 years old, that would put us in the year 1957. In other words, we're on the Earth of nearly 150 years ago.
The Earth of 150 years ago? That's not even possible.
I'm not so certain, Mr. FaZe.
What? Even you, Bacchus?
Mr. Edge, a short time ago I intercepted some radio waves, albeit weak ones.
Radio waves? Like old broadcast radio?
The transmission was as follows. Some days ago, the historic honor of launching the first artificial satellite slipped through our fingers, instead going to the Reds. This unfortunate occurrence has prompted the President to announce new plans for manned rocket missions, promising to put men in space before our rivals. Mr. Edge, how would you interpret this information?
Anyone who's ever dreamed of going into outer space knows the story. The first successful launch of a man-made satellite was the middle of the last century, 1957. No wonder we can't reach anyone. In 1957, the USTA wasn't even a twinkle in someone's eye. Honestly, I can't believe it. But with this much evidence piling up, I guess we have no choice but to face reality. The planet we made our emergency landing on may be Earth, but it's an Earth from almost 150 years in the past. Didn't you mention this sort of thing before, Phase? An error in mid-warp that can cause a ship to end up in another time entirely?
No, this situation is somewhat different. That was brought about by the distortion caused by warping within the space-time continuum. The dangers associated with it are nothing more than arriving earlier or later on the standard temporal axis. If the theory we're positing here is true, it would be time regression. And such a thing is absolutely not possible. Though, with the situation as it is, I hesitate to apply the term absolutely.
If we posit that time regression has indeed occurred, it would mean we're now located in a space topologically distinct from that in which we were previously. In the current situation, I do not yet have enough information to say whether such a thing is even possible. But if the reality is that we now stand upon the past Earth, we have no choice but to accept it as fact.
So, let me get this straight.
We've been transported to the Earth of 150 years in the past, and we currently have no way of getting back, right?
If this truly is the Earth of another time, then yes, I'm afraid there is nothing we can do to return.
The only thing I can say for certain is this. It's pointless to keep standing around here. Let's return to the Calnus and review the situation together. Then we can decide what to do. What? The Calnus! Damn it! When did they get here?
They're quite well regulated. I suppose they must be soldiers of some sort.
Even so, they've arrived much too quickly. They must have a base of operations nearby.
It would seem this was more than just a ghost town.
This isn't Let's Swap Theories time! Raimi and Limmel are still inside!
Wait. All they want is to capture the extraterrestrials inside. If nothing else, I can assure you no one will be harmed. I wouldn't go recklessly provoking them if I were you.
Who are you? You refer to us as extraterrestrials quite casually.
Are you with those soldiers over there? What do you people want from us?
My name is Klaus Bachstein. You have to trust me. I'm your friend.
Mr. Bachstein, I must request an explanation. On what grounds should we consider you to be our friend?
Fair enough. But first we must find a better place to talk. You'll all be found if we stay here. You see the house with the red roof over there? That's my home. Come with me. I'll give you the details there.
Edge, are you really going to trust him?
We must keep in mind that this may be a trap.
Or he might really want to help us. If nothing else, he presented himself to us unarmed. Besides, he has no idea who or what we are, yet he shows his back to us? That's not the kind of man I want to doubt.
Thank you.
That is very like Mr. Edge.
Yes, I am truly no match for him.
Alright. After that cutscene, you're supposed to go to that dude's house, but let's go inside the gas station first. And there's a chest we can get in here. Right over here. 3 big berries. Okay. As for the refrigerator over nearby, you can get a mix between blueberries, mixed syrup, fresh sage, and aqua berries. I've already got max of those, so I don't need to do it. But here's the refrigerator over here. If you don't have those items, just so you can just examine it. You can do it over and over again and get infinite of those items. Well, up to 20 of those items, I mean. Okay, let's go to Klaus's house now. And we'll get another cutscene when we get here.
Edgy!
Limmel?
Good grief. Please don't scare us like that. For a moment, I thought it really was a trap.
But still, what are you doing here, Limmel?
Yeah. Weren't you staying in the Calnus?
I'm sorry. It's all my fault.
What exactly happened, Limmel?
Klausy.
Allow me to explain.
I see. So that's what this is all about. Your country's army has troops stationed at a base here, and the ruined town serves to camouflage it.
Interesting. So the men surrounding the Calnus were indeed soldiers after all.
But, Limmel, Raimi was captured trying to protect you. While we're all glad Klaus rescued you, you shouldn't have been so careless as to leave the Calnus.
I'm sorry. I was a bad girl. And now Ray Ray's gone.
Well, I suppose there's little point in scolding you after the fact.
But
If you're truly sorry about what happened, that's more than enough. Not even Raimi would be angry with you, Limmel.
Edgy.
Besides, I'm partially responsible for this myself. It was a mistake to split us up under conditions like these. I won't make that mistake again. Let's go, people. We're rescuing Raimi.
It's nearly impossible to get into the base from outside. Why don't you leave this part to me?
What do you mean?
We'll pretend that I've apprehended you, and that I'm bringing you in. That should allow us to get inside without causing too much fuss.
I see. Yes, that would certainly allow us to avoid unnecessary trouble. But one question remains.
Which is?
What exactly is your motive for assisting us?
Forgive
me, but you're far too knowledgeable about what's happening here. What if he hands us all over together? Are you that kind of man, Klaus?
You have every right to doubt me. But even so, I want to help you.
All right. In that case, I'll leave our method of entry into the base to you, Klaus.
Edge!
Klaus saved Limmel after all. And Limmel isn't the kind of girl who would get this close to someone who couldn't be trusted. But more than anything else, I trust him. Like I said, he came to us unarmed, and he turned his back on us without hesitation.
It would appear you have lost again, Mr. Faze.
So it would appear indeed.
Thank you. You may have already suspected this, but the truth is, I once worked at the base myself, as a scientist. I was involved with research into a certain field. My field was extraterrestrials, and the super technology they brought with them.
Mr. Bakhtin, are you implying that the existence of extraterrestrials is known on this planet?
Well, not by the public, of course. And that's exactly why the researchers must be having trouble controlling their excitement right about now.
Why would that be?
It's not very often they get their hands on an unscathed ship like your Calnus. Not to mention uninjured extraterrestrials. If they can understand your technology and make it their own, these people who once struggled in obscurity can suddenly become heroes. Two birds with one stone. Your super technology, their fame. They'll be able to go public. They do it without even stopping to consider how dangerous such advanced technology might be. What kind of scientist would accept a breakthrough handed to him on a plate? We need to catch up with you on our own, through our own abilities. To be honest, our species just isn't ready for your technology. So once you've rescued your friend, I want you to leave this planet as soon as possible. If I must have a motive, I suppose that would be it.
I see.
Actually, there's one other thing I need to ask. As it happens, there's another extraterrestrial besides your friend who's being held captive in the base.
There are extraterrestrials on Earth other than us?
Yes, a young girl named Miracle. She has ears and a tail that look just like that cat's. You'll know her when you see her. I beg of you, take Miracle back to her home planet.
You have my word. We'll do our best to get her home.
Thank you.
Okay. So now you have Limo in the party, so you can just see all the chests that we got. So but I'm gonna end the video here. In the next episode, we'll continue exploring Earth. 150 years in the past. I remember this episode, or this area, from when I played on Xbox 360. Like I said, in episode 1, there's some stuff I remember, some stuff I forgot, you know. But I remember quite a bit of this game. Yeah, thanks for watching. Later.